Greetings, greetings, greetings. It's your divine soul sister Shaki Ali coming in with another video. And before I get started into the video, let me share a little something funny. So I attempted to make this video on yesterday. I actually completed the video, but guess what? My camera was not turned to actual video. It was on camera, so it was taking pictures, but none of the wisdom that I dropped, none of the information that I shared was saved. So I was really burnt about that because I'm coming off from having a little sinus congestion, burning, irritation throughout the weekend. So I was pretty bummed about that. But we're going to give it another try today, and hopefully we will be much more successful. Just had to share that real life situation going on over here. Also, for my subscribers, I thank you so much for being here, for taking time to hit the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to do so. I know you hear that all the time on everybody else's video, but I'm going to ask the same thing. If you hit the bell, I typically upload videos on Fridays or Saturdays of each and every week. Just one video, though. One video a week for the present time. And just sharing information and downloads as I receive them. Spiritual downloads and just real life, common sense, good old wisdom from living in this world to try to help you live a life that's more fulfilling, more abundant, more peaceful, more joyful, just more of the things that you want to experience. That's what I'm here to do, to divine on behalf of universal intelligence and ancestors and all of those entities that we worship to help other people to just live a better life, you know what I'm saying, to find some joy and peace. So I'm Shaki Ali. Let's jump into it. This video I want to share about the way that spirit guides and ancestors may communicate with you, even deities. What has been my experience. So what you will find on my channel is that I share things from my own perspective because that's all I know. I can't give you what someone else's experience because I'm not that individual, and I can't prove what they're telling me. I will share anecdotes and stories from my family, but typically, basically, or not so basically, the downloads and information I share are things that I've experienced, I've tried, or it's tried and true. So I wanted to share this based off of questions I received from clients at times when I perform in spiritual readings, intuitive readings. And sometimes I just have people message me questions because they question their own, they question whether or not what they believe is true. And sometimes they just need that little confirmation, like, check mark, yes, that's exactly what it is. So I want to share a few things and ways that spirit guides will communicate with you. Some of it is just to help you be more aware of the messages that are coming through to you because spirit communicates with us all. Everyone receives divine information. It's just whether or not you are tuned in, tapped in, and paying attention enough. A lot of us are not. We are totally and thoroughly distracted by the world and searching for answers that are being provided to us through universal intelligence, through our ancestors, from the divine, but we're just not cognizant of it because we're too busy scrolling, clicking, moving, talking, whatever, and not paying attention. So one way in particular that a lot of people are familiar with is number synchronicities, meaning that if you're looking at the clock and you're always seeing 11, 11, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 1, 1, 1, and so on and so forth, those master numbers, those angel numbers, that is a clear indication that spirit or spirit guides are attempting to contact you to provide you with information. For me, 555 has been a number that has been following me for the past probably 6 months. So I'm expecting divine change. If you're interested in knowing what these number synchronicities are, an easy way to do that is just to Google angel numbers. And a lot of information will come up about the vibration, because each number carries a particular vibration, a particular frequency. And when that number is multiplied by more than one, then that magnifies the energy behind the number. So that's one way that spirit guides will reach out to you. I know early in my journey, when I was more concerned with social activism and less about my spiritual lifestyle, I saw 1111 all the time. 11. And at that time, I wasn't concerned about it, but now I understand my higher self was reaching out to me because it was a bigger purpose for my life. I just was not aware of it. So then moving on, another way that spirit guides, ancestors have communicated with me and other people is through leaving feathers in different places. You may discover a feather on your walk in an area where they're not large birds. You know, I found a feather this long. Matter of fact, hold 1 second. This is one feather that I found that appeared out of nowhere. So, you know, on one of my early morning exercises. And so I keep it on my ancestor altar. The same with number synchronicities. Those are messages from spirit guides. Each color carries a different vibration because, again, colors, everything has a vibratory frequency or vibration. Everything from food to clothing, colors, numbers, you, me, your environment, plants, everything has a vibration and energy. So each feather, depending on the color of the feather, has a different particular meaning. And again, an easy way to look that up is to look it up. And I may do videos on what I know about it at another given time, but not in this video. All intents and purposes, I just want to give you a little information about ways spirit guides, ancestors may communicate with us. Another way that ancestors in particular love to communicate is through dreams. They will appear to you in dreams. They will converse with you in dreams. My entire life, that's a part of my life is my divine purpose in this world is dream interpretation, because I am such a heavy dreamer and have been vivid dreams my entire life. There are certain particular dreams that were recurrent themes. I didn't know who the people were. I was frightened by them. I understand those were ancestors reaching out to me because of what my purpose was in my family. But they still will come through. My father comes and visits me quite often in dreams. My grandmother. Some family members show up that I don't even know, but I reverence them. Now, if you have an ancestor in your lineage that's appearing in dreams and they were not, maybe you know them and you know they were not a good ancestor, you can always detach yourself from that and tell them they're not welcome. But that's one way. Another way that ancestors will communicate. Something new that occurred to me is smelling. I think my grandmother wants me to know that she's present. So sometimes I will smell her cigarettes. I will smell the evening in Paris that she would wear. And my great-grandmother, she wore a particular perfume. Sometimes that hits my nose, and I know that's them just letting me know that they're around. It's a comfort to me. These smells are very familiar. My children tell me all the time, like they smell me. They know if I'm in the house or whatever. So I'll probably be one of those same ancestors that will leave a scent just to let my descendants know that I'm present. So that's another way of them communicating. Another way is through speaking to you directly. Sometimes y'all are hearing from your ancestors. You hearing from spirit, but you just are so, again, distracted. And some of y'all think you are really not hearing what you think you're hearing. Some of you have the gift of clairaudience, but you just don't want to believe it. I was one of those people. Sometimes it's stronger than others. Just depends on the entity, the spirit, or whomever that's communicating with me. So that's another way of them communicating. And then if you have altars in your house, and I'm going to end this video with this and a few other things. I have a deity altar to Yemaya. Yemaya is the Orisha that rules my head. I place moon water on her altar. And I noticed, probably like a month or so ago, I put water and I filled the chalice up. There's a blue chalice on that altar, right? Filled it up. I came back from work and like an inch of water was gone. Like, did somebody knock it over? No one was home. But I was like, maybe it evaporated. So I put it to the test. I filled the chalice up again when I was at home. After everyone had left, the altar is not in a conspicuous place where sunlight is directly reflecting upon the chalice where it could evaporate. And the same thing happened. I take that to mean that Yemaya is making her presence known by drinking, showing her strength through that water. Being that she is the goddess of the ocean. She is the ocean. It makes perfect sense. So that's one way. Another way on your if you have an ancestor altar, one thing that I noticed with my ancestors, what they will do sometimes is once I've given offering and I've said my prayers and I've done everything, cleaned it up, especially when I refresh the altar, put fresh water out, I'll get up the next day and the water glass is full of bubbles, almost to the point that it looks like champagne is in the glass. That's them. That's their energy. That's them showing themselves strong. So I said all of that. And there's so many other signs and symbols, but I wanted to just share a few things that I've experienced and whatever comes to my mind at this given time. I had a whole list, can't find it. It is what it is, but we're going to plow through and I'm going to share, like I said, the information that I have to share with you. But I want to encourage you to just pay more attention because miracles are happening every single day. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, those energies, they do want to be in communication with you. They are supporting you. They are protecting you. They are guiding you, whether you are aware of it or not. But they do want to build a relationship with you. And the more that you incline towards them, the more they'll incline towards you. And you will see things begin to shift in your life. Not, a lot of people think that shift, when I speak of such things, that I'm only speaking about materialism, money, and all those things. That's all great, and that's definitely something that can occur. But beyond that, having a peace of mind, having a joy that is not easily shaken by the things that occur in this world, having wisdom to carry you and your family through, having inspiration from ancestors on how to navigate in this world, how to be successful, that's more of what I feel is of more value than anything else. That gleaning of what I just spoke about makes you wealthy. So until the next time, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, if you're not subscribed, I encourage you to do so. Share the video with people that you think could benefit from the information that I share. Make sure that, if you're interested in working with me directly, hit me up on my website, www.ashakiali.com. I have a contact page there. You can also email me at shaki2017@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Divine Soul Sister, SISTA. And I share a lot over there as well. And for the month of February, I am providing readings half priced as well as Reiki healing sessions. And those sessions do not have to be done in person. So just for the month of February, those sessions are $30. After February, they will go back to the $60 for the healing sessions. And then any other way I can help you or be of assistance, just reach out to me. I'm always, waiting in the wings to hear from clients or whomever else is interested in services. But until the next time, I'll holler at you all later. Have a great day, night, evening, whenever you're watching this video. And I'll holler at you all next week. Peace.